Gengar Gang, what is going on? My name is Ryan, this is the Analytic Gengar, and welcome to another one of my videos. In today's video, we're going to be opening up two Rebel Clash 3-pack blister packs. These are the ones that hang on the store shelf, and both of them have the Rayquaza promo cards, so that's something that I thought was really cool. I'm a big fan of Rayquaza, and I figure I could actually speak a little bit about these particular cards, like the promotional cards that come with these packs, because they can actually go for quite a bit of money. But without further ado, let me go ahead and get these open. Alrighty friends, and we are back. So first things first, in both of the tins, looks like, or rather both of the packs, looks like I got this really cool Lycanroc coin, so that is something. Here are the cards, the code cards that come out of the actual packs themselves, so those are for the 3-pack itself. Please let me know if you pick something up that you think is cool. And then here is a Rayquaza card. As you can see, I'm actually really hopeful about this. So the goal is to get a PSA 10, and while I open up the packs, I will explain why that is important. This is a really nice holo actually, so that is really cool. And there is actually another one as well. They are bent, but other than being bent, there's nothing really bad about them, so I'll go ahead and sleeve those up a little bit later, and without further ado, let's get started. So the whole reason that these promotional cards can sometimes go for quite a bit of money is because what ends up happening is those cards are actually basically a rarity amongst collectors, because typically what happens is they get totally ignored. They get, let me go ahead and get this focused up very quickly. They get totally ignored. They get totally tossed to the side. And then when you go ahead and look at the total population for things like PSA and BGS, what you realize is that there's actually not a lot of them that exist. Now, a lot of people would say that that is actually a Greedent is our rare. That's, oh, and we have a grass energy down at the back. Now, a lot of people would say, okay, so what's the big deal? Well, the big deal is that that can actually cause these cards to get exceedingly rare. And the other thing to bear in mind is that most promotional cards are put into some sort of holder as they get into the pack. So because of that, a lot of these cards from the factory come damaged, which means if you find a card that is actually a PSA 10 candidate, it's actually a big deal, because a lot of people would argue that that means you found a card that is like 1 in a million, definitely like an amazing card, and they can actually sell for quite a bit of money. If you need any proof of that, look no further. Hello, Vikavolt. Rare. Really good looking card. And we got a water energy. If you need any proof of that, look no further actually than the Eeveelution cards that have recently kind of popped in and out of notoriety. Basically, they were given away with certain EX era product, and because they're just so difficult to get through the grading process, especially nowadays, they can fetch quite a bit of money because they're so low population. So it's another one of those things where not only is it about how rare the card was, because basically you were always guaranteed the card, but it's not that. It's the fact that A, it was relatively ignored, Flappy, and ooh, a Toxicity VMAX, and I think that's actually my first ever VMAX pull. I'm gonna go ahead and get that sleeved up and tossed in the background there, so not bad. So yeah, the whole thing is that you were guaranteed the pack and you were guaranteed the card when you bought the pack, and honestly you could have bought it for, you know, 20 bucks. But the trick with that kind of stuff was actually not how rare it was, so to say, but rather how difficult it is to grade. So just the fact that it's packaged in, you know, Pokemon company packaging probably means that it's not going to be the easiest to travel. And if you need any more proof of that, go look at the recent population for the Charizard cards that come out of the 4th and 5th generation tins. Again, they were packaged so poorly that they get damaged, and because of that, it's actually very rare to find one in a PSA 10. So there's an Electivire rare. And then, on top of that, there's a big hollow surface on most of those cards, so that's another reason. So my theory is, not that they'll ever be, you know, $1,000 cards, but I would like to get those types of cards graded just to kind of round out my collection. As you all know, I do love Rayquaza as a Pokemon. And then on top of that, I figured it'd be a really cool kind of investment, I guess. Maybe there comes a day where those cards are, you know, very rare and low in population, and because of that, maybe, just maybe, I'll have the ability to, you know, say I have a really cool, valuable card. So that's just my own theory, but that's also something you can look forward to, and hopefully you've learned something about why it is that those types of promotional cards that come out of some of these products can go for a lot of money. Obviously, the stuff that is from recent day won't go for as much money as the stuff from way back in the day, but there is some chance that, you know, maybe some of the stuff from recent sets will blow up. So that's the hope, that's the plan. And yeah, let me know down below if you have one of those promotional cards from back in the day and you think you can get it graded. Got a Galarian Mouth, a Caterpie, a Galarian Corsola, a Barboach, and a Galarian Cursola is our rare for this pack. So not bad, friends. I did get a couple hollows out of this. In case you're curious about content creators bulk, this is usually what it looks like after opening just 6 packs, so you can imagine how much more gets generated as stuff goes on. I'm trying to get better with sorting this stuff out, so that's something that's a bit of a priority, because now all this has to get sorted through. Meanwhile, some of the pulls we got. So I got these 2 promotional cards. As you can see, they have a really large hollow surface, so I personally think these cards are perfect grading candidates. I do really believe that in the future they will be sought after, because they are just really difficult to grade, because, you know, the promotional cards in Sword and Shield, in my opinion, are in death traps. By the time you try to get that stuff out, it's so difficult that you probably 9 times out of 10 end up damaging the card. I was able to get both of these out, and they are perfect PSA 10 candidates, I believe. So that is what I'm going to try to do. And of course, I pulled my first VMAX card as well. So here is a Toxtricity VMAX. So good looking Pokemon, and this is the textured version of that card, so I'm super happy that I pulled it. So yeah, guys, thanks again for joining today's video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you think I earned your subscription. Thanks again for checking out today's video, and we'll see you real soon. Peace.